Hi, my name is Amara Young. I'm 12 years old. I'm from Great Expectations 4-H Club, and today my topic is going to be on how to keep your braces and palate expander clean. The reason I chose to talk about this topic is because I recently just got my braces and palate expander on, and I feel like some of these facts can help people out that are new or newish like me. Like I said, I also just got my palate expander on, so those can be tricky or trickish if you're new or new like me. The topics that I'm going to be teaching you about today is number 1, cleaning. The topic cleaning includes brushing and flossing. The second topic I'm going to be talking about is foods. Foods include what to eat, what not to eat, and why those foods. The last topic is extra information. That includes do's and don'ts, some palate expander facts, and some more braces and brackets facts. The first topic is cleaning. Cleaning is very important to a bunch of orthodontists and people. When you're cleaning your teeth, you want to make sure you brush at an angle always. You can use an electric toothbrush that your orthodontist gives you that sometimes I use if it's really hard, something on my teeth, or just use a normal toothbrush like I normally use. When you're brushing your teeth, make sure, like I said, you brush at an angle all the way around your teeth at the bottom and top. After you finish the top row, do the same thing with the bottom of your teeth. Make sure you get the inside of your teeth like this, and you don't have to do the top of your mouth where your palate expander will be because that comes last. When you're done brushing your teeth, I would recommend this little flosser. It's this little loop that you put your floss in, and then when you're flossing your teeth, you can put it in between the brackets and floss your teeth both sides. And then when you're done flossing top and bottom like that, you can floss how you normally would, between your gums and the bottom of your teeth. When you're done flossing, I would recommend using a normal toothpaste. I use normal toothpaste, and make sure you use mouthwash, especially if you have a palate expander in. Because if you're not brushing your teeth correctly, and especially if you have a palate expander, mouthwash can get up underneath the palate expander so that everything's cleaned underneath there. Next, we have some foods. The foods and do's and don't eats list, some of them are similar, even though you can eat them, you just have to be careful with some of the don'ts. The do's are ice cream, applesauce, yogurt, pasta, jello, mashed potatoes, canned fruits and vegetables. Canned fruits and vegetables only because if you're eating non-canned fruits or vegetables, those can hurt on your mouth. Quesadillas are good, so is rice, beans, soup, fish sticks, and any soft food. Make sure you always use small bites because if you don't use big bites, that could cause a choking hazard if you have a palate expander in. Cut your food up because if you're eating pizza, you don't want to just stick the entire pizza in your mouth. You want to have little bites so you don't hurt yourself. On the don'ts list, we have ice, pizza crust, apples, lollipops and hard candy, gum, nuts, popcorn, raw carrots, hard bread and bagels, caramel, Doritos, Fritos, Cheetos, and tacos, or any hard food. You don't want to do hard food because that could crack little chips in your brackets or your palate expander, or it could break your wire. Like I said, don't do big bites because it causes a choking hazard, and nothing sticky because, like gum, it can pull your palate expander out, it can pull a bracket off, it can pull your wire out, and a bunch of other stuff. Next, we have some extra information. This includes do's and don'ts, wax, a mini brush, and a bunch of other things. The wax is this little container of whatever color your orthodontist gives you. It's little strips of wax that you tear a little piece off and roll it into a ball. After it's rolled into a ball, if there's a certain place on your brackets that's rubbing against your gum, you can put the little ball of wax on the bracket, so now it won't rub against your gum and it won't give you canker sores or stuff like that. The middle mini brush is just this little container like this. All it is this little mini brush. You can extend it to make it fit in your mouth. You can clean underneath your palate expander to make sure that's all clean. You can clean your wire if your toothbrush doesn't get to that. And just any other place in your mouth you feel like cleans need more. Next, you have a palate expander key. The palate expander key is this little key that within your palate expander there's a little hole, and every night you just turn it so your jaw can expand more to where you can finish putting your braces on. I have to do mine for 28 days, so every day my mouth gets stretched more and more and more. It's painful the first few days, but it gets a lot better. Now we have some do's and don'ts. On the do's side, we have go to your appointments on time and be prepared. If you're not prepared and you're not on time, stuff can go wrong. You might have to drive back home to get something or just wait an extra time. Take pain medication. That's very important because the first few days, your mouth's going to be very, very sore. It's going to be hard to bite down, and that can help a lot. Next, be a leader. This includes if a friend's getting braces on or a palate expander, encourage them that they're going to get through this and that it's going to be okay. It's only bad for the first few days, but it gets a lot better. Next, keep a positive attitude. If you don't have a positive attitude, you can be like, this stinks, I can't do this anymore. Next, clean your teeth at least 3 times a day. This is because if you don't clean your teeth regularly, you're going to have these little white squares on your teeth, and they're permanent, so you're going to have a white box on your teeth, and they're not going to be able to get rid of. Next, be careful. If you're careful, then you won't have a problem with your brackets coming off or your palate expander becoming loose and stuff like that. Last, on the do side, we have follow directions. If you follow your directions, your braces should come off in no time. If you're not following your directions, if you're not wearing rubber bands like you're supposed to, you're going to have your braces on for 5 years, which is not going to be fun. On the don't side, we have don't use them as a tool. That means if you have something stuck under your fingernail, don't use your teeth to get the stuff off of your fingernail, because that will be bad. Don't chew on pens, pencils, etc. If you have a pen or pencil that you're chewing on, that can chip your bracket, it can chip your palate expander, or break your wire and stuff like that, it's going to cost a lot of money. Don't pull on your brackets, because if you're pulling on the little squares, mostly over time they're going to become loose and fall off, which is going to take money to get them put back on. Don't have a negative attitude and don't give up. If you have a negative attitude or you're giving up, they're going to be out longer and it's just going to be more painful. Don't keep a secret, or don't keep it a secret if you have a problem or concern. Because if you feel like your palate expander is coming loose, tell somebody, because then you can get it fixed so that it doesn't come out and it'll cost more money. Don't lose your tools. One, if you lose your key, it's going to take a while to get it back. So you just don't want to lose them. All in all, the topics that I talked about were foods, cleaning, and some extra information. I like talking about this because it can help a lot of people. Email me if you have any questions. Thank you for listening. Once again, I'm Amara Young. I'm from Great Expectations 4-H Club, and this is my topic. Thank you.